she used because she was used and used to it, but I said what used to be isn't useful, you see, and I understand where you stand, so you can use me, as I suspect you will. I planted a seed, and to expect a prophecy doesn't reject itself with respect. To be rejected on the interior feels nothing like you'd think, for your thoughts are inferior theory, or, well, or something, or whatever. All I've learned about is never, and how similar it is to forever. Witches, burned alive, surrender. And surely Peter lets them enter, into where miracles grow. I think that's where the heretics go. But me, I forget to remember, you know. My embryo of memory never grows, never grew, just developed toward going to nowhere to end, and to bend to and fro, and to weave and to wicker, and then to leave, and the wind blowing thicker than air should. She stares into good to get more ridiculous, yet when can she rest? My imaginary friend, my hypothetical guest, says that she'd have an ID with a donor sticker. Know thyself lest you get sicker than older. Lest you go fast, then pass the left-handed path and get bitter and cold. There's this thought getting clearer. It's about dogs trapped in mirrors, always barking, until they understand that a familiar face is to chase a cat. Now, thinking that, I'm attached to umbilical cords and umbrellas underneath the ocean, where I see the mother of every color I've seen. And I was afraid of the shades in between. Oh, to feel unprepared and insatiable. But it makes me able to relate to an ape. And at a place not so far away, just this last Saturday, a murderess had taken an apple to put in the hand of a man to distract him and grab his banana-flavored Snapple. Now, she hates whatever for having taken her virginity and status as a rapist capable of perfect orgasms and faking like she can't have them. Here we wait together at the pearly gate where even Adam waits, forever beneath the shade of imagined trees in the heat of the desert, mistakenly thrown o'er the wall. My mind videotaped it. It videotaped it all. And using is fun when you're using for one, but you're condemned, for you are using for two. But I chose to call end begin, and while you offered, it was I who ate to the core, aborted my fate, my faith, my Lord. Like, let's celebrate. And fashionable is, well, it's not about sex, so why wait, fuck that. Until you're jerking off in a rubber bathtub mat, working hard to feel sad because it's hard to feel at all. And yesterday I took an Epsom salt bath, and it reminded me of coming right, like we used to come before she left herself for me when we broke up. I went east, crying like a goddamn woman. But warm water felt good then, felt like a mother's touch. But then the salt, it hurt my skin, so I got out of bed and into the bathroom. I'm about to shower, ready to take off my ring like it was still there, thinking aloud to myself, we could have named her Claire. I laughed, and there was nothing healthy. Everything was dirty. He just loves his heart, so he makes it beat so fucking hard that a rib might break. And lost is, I will be fine. Because now you know that the will does not come in the future when it's already late. Problem is, she doesn't deserve it. So at night, I just try to feel it so it's not asked of her. And it makes me feel selfless. It makes me feel myself. It makes me feel selfish. Oh, objects, abstractions, and actions with which one can identify. If I thought putting that much traction on myself back then would work, I'd have already tried, and already died. For me, I planted a seed in a fertile field. I repeated as needed and dripped dry. My cold feet and back needed heat and a jacket. I knew my attacker so well that I fucking panicked. Suddenly I was deep beneath the sea as it parted, and I felt the wrath of God. My horizons broke, bleeding red at first, then shifting through the colors in reverse, then at random, with no respect for any spectrum, and the plan was revealed. How erect I did stand with such heavy respect to yield. I was obliged to accept the suggestion that to hurt is to die, and could be cured by a curious wording. So I said, Atah Malkuth Begedura Begedula Leolam Amen. Eheye Yehovah Elohim Yehovah Elove Da'as Shadiel Ki Adonai Haaretz. Do not weep for me, for I'm as dry as I'll get. My cliche, my hydration. O angel, O rainbow daughter, my pain, my elation, my water, my straight from salvation, my alpha, my omega, who died for my sinning before her beginning, when all that she knew was forgetting. Now she lived the life I've been so scared of living, of having to live. And that was the day that she gave me the gift, as that was the day that she watched herself die. And now every drop of water has eyes.